Hello, are you here? Hmm? Hello to everyone who is watching this live stream or started to watch. Yes, started. Yes, anyway. I'm happy to see you. Today will be video reaction. Can you imagine? Unexpected video reaction, and I will be happy if you will leave unexpected likes and unexpected comments. It would be nice from you. Um, you can find below link from original video as always. Not always, but last times I'm trying to show more often links below from original video. And what we will do, can you guess? We will watch video as usual, but not usual. What's happening with me with my words? I don't know. Lost in the pond. Can you imagine? This guy is creating quite creative videos, and I think that you know that I was watching his videos before, and every time it is helping me to understand a little bit better something. Every time it can be different. Every time. But before we will start, come on, leave your likes, leave your comments or comments, many of them. I like your opinion. Also, you can support Patreon. Do you know what I started to do on Patreon? I started there to create quite it is a new approach for me to create some kind of material which I'm creating from zero by myself. I think it is like lessons of Russian, because I was thinking, what can I do? What can I sell people? I mean, what can I do? And I don't know. I mean, like, can I give people knowledge which I have? As a result, I started to do some lessons. It's not kind of lessons. It is audio and text, which you can find if you're on Patreon, of Russian language. Yes. Anyway, I don't have there so much at this moment, but step by step, I believe there will be a kind of material. In future, I want to create like on the website already. I have in my mind like some project. If you have opportunity, maybe in future I will create on Buy Me a Coffee wish list, where like I need $1,000 a lot of money for creating a website. Anyway, at this moment we are talking about 7 harmless British words Americans might find rude. I want to warn you, I don't want to be rude. These words didn't I didn't create them. I think that you know these words better than I do. And I want to find out about these words anyway. It is a little bit curiosity. I know that to swear it is goddamn it's bad. It is very bad. But I do this sometimes, often in Russian language. In Russian, I'm swearing. In English, I'm doing this too, but maybe not so often because it is not so natural. But it's always like, I think that swearing, it is part of culture too. I think so. It is also culture in some way. Of course it is. And that's why I think that why not to find out a little bit more about this. And I'm sure that all we are at some point of moments or maybe of our lives we were swearing, or like, come on. let's be honest. But here he's not talking about swearing. He said that it is not, I believe it is not swearing at all. I think it is more about just words. They can offend someone. I hope I didn't watch this video before. I see that I didn't watch. It looks like I didn't watch. Anyway, let's go. Let's jump into the video. I will be somewhere here in the corner. Yes, my face will be here. Little guy. Okay, let's go. Oh, I see already messages and happy to see you. Hi Alex from Deep 1955. Alex, hi Alex. So happy to see you. Oh, it is good. I'm happy to see you too. Hello Adams. Hello Adams to you too. To you too. Hello too. Happy to see you too, Adams. It's nice to see you. I think that it's always nice to see good people in our little community. It is always nice. Of course, let's jump into topic. Let's watch this video. This video like short, 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Wow, you can find even some store like okay, I was distracted. So easy to be distracted if you are me. Something like happened and I'm like, oops, I'm distracted. Let's go, let's jump. Lost in the Pond. Interesting how he decided to create name of this channel. What he was thinking about, like Lost in the Pond. It is creative, I would say. I think that it is too creative. Okay. I wanted to say something else, but I forget. Okay. Let's go.
In the pond, Anne.
One moment.
Hello, I'm Lawrence and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to words.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I was looking at his intro. And this intro quite short, I like this. And this sound, like a drop of water. Quite intensive drop. I like it. He changed, it wasn't like this before. I didn't watch his channel before. I mean, like, I watched his channel before. I didn't watch it for a long time. And that's a difference I see.
It pertains to words.
Yeah, I like this. When water is... what is water doing? Bubbling. Yeah, when water is bubbling, you can hear this sound. In teapot, example. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. And it looks beautiful.
Specifically, words that are used commonly in one country that might be considered filthy in the other. And before we dive into those, apologies in advance to my mom, my former teachers, and the British Embassy. This is just one of those videos that my subscribers have been asking me to do for ages, so if you're going to blame anybody, blame them. Oh, and if you yourself are not yet subscribed to this channel, do that now.
Do that now.
In the meantime, here is part 1 of a 2-part series in which I look at words that might make residents of the other country go a little red in the face. And the first word that we're pulling out today is titbit. Basically, titbit, which for those of you wondering rhymes with Fitbit, is an alternate spelling of what Americans would know as tidbit. And it's funny this because the word tit used to mean small and not what you're thinking of. And on this subject, I often hear British people saying things like, why did America change it? Well, it turns out they didn't. Tidbit is how we used to say it in Britain, and at some point in the past, we substituted a D for a T, which is something...
It makes no sense. Tidbit. Tidbit. What? Are you serious, Carl? Tidbit. Translator Google. I need Google Translator. Why I'm using... Okay, let's go. English. Let's look. Tidbit. What?
Tidbit.
Tidbit.
Лакомый кусочек.
Лакомый кусочек. She's like... she doesn't have power. When she's talking in Russian, this... I suppose it is a robot. And she doesn't have energy.
Лакомый кусочек.
Кусочек. Oh my gosh. Always. It is sometimes hilarious. I don't know. Tidbit. Oh. I have no idea. Because you cannot see this. Because it is too big. Oh my gosh. Like this. It will be better. Okay. Лакомый... tidbit.
Tidbit.
Tidbit. Tidbit. Never heard this word. What's happened, Alex? Hello, Sam. Happy to see you. Nice to see you. We are talking about tidbit.
That happens commonly. This English language phenomenon in which the letter T is pronounced as a D in the middle of words is known as T-flapping. T-flapping is especially common in American English, where speakers overwhelmingly pronounce butter as butter. However, as part of the gradual Americanization of British English, T-flapping has popped up a lot in recent years in Britain. In fact, the amount of British YouTubers I've heard recently pronouncing the word little as little is ironically large. Also, now that I've said it out loud a few times, T-flapping definitely belongs on a list of linguistic words that normies would find filthy. I'll be dropping that on my OnlyFans. Anyway, back to the whole titbit versus...
What? What he said? Sorry. Oh my god. Calm down, Alex. What? I want to release it.
Pronouncing the word little as little is ironically large. Also, now that I've said it out loud a few times, T-flapping definitely belongs on a list of linguistic words that normies would find filthy. I'll be dropping that on my OnlyFans. Anyway.
Oh my god, he's hilarious. Why he say this? I mean... Oh my god.
Hey, back to the whole titbit versus tidbit thing. Britain did whatever the exact opposite of T-flapping is and settled on titbit. America either didn't get that memo or didn't care. Although an American stage director of mine did care when I said it the British way. You can't say that, dude. There are kids in the audience.
Keep your
Next in line, you may occasionally hear British people from the past say the phrase, keep your pecker up, it's gonna be alright, right? And that's not some weird foreplay. In fact, really, it's just another way of saying,
keep calm and carry on.
Keep calm and carry on. Except here,
I think that keep your pecker up. Fudge. Pecker up. Gosh. Why it is pecker up? Pecker up. Keep your pecker up. It make no sense. Do you know? Keep your pecker up. What? Can I see this? What? It is if you will translate this I mean, literally, just look at this. Look at this. Keep your dick alert. That's how translated in Russian this. Keep your pecker up. I think it is too much. Too much of internet for today. Of course it is idiom. It is idiom meaning. It is too much. Keep it, things will help you, I don't know. Nose or mouth, English packers, that is nose or mouth, as opposed to the American, you're in the phrase is equivalent to keep your chin up, to keep your chin up, yes. Check, yeah. Keep your chin up, like this, it makes more sense, but Russian translation, it is hilarious. I think it is too much. Hello to you, Sam Smith Q. Happy to see you. And you said, Alex, now you see why English is so difficult to learn, since there is no standardization. Yes, even Russian has a standards group like the French language. Yeah, but the Russian translation, it is too much. Oh my gosh, it is too much. It is too much. I think that. Let's listen.
Держи свой член на чеку.
Okay. Alex, calm down. Hello to you, Heather. Happy to see you. That's pretty much what it sounded like to me. We don't use that phrase here, not in that way. Yeah, I think that it is Russian translation quite rude. It would offend or maybe inspire someone. I don't know. It depends.
Here in America, and broadly in English in general, the word pecker doesn't just mean a bird that does this. It also means a man's third leg. I don't know how to not get demonetized. And so clearly, if I use the phrase...
I would demonetize in Russia. I forget, in Russia they do not have any monetization. But still, I mean, like... Russia has free premium account, everyone. Like this. Because they don't have monetization, but still... In Russia, I don't know. Could you look people locked for this? I don't know. Probably not.
Phrase keep your pecker up to an American, I might face a lawsuit. Actually, the same is definitely true of this. Yeah. In Britain...
Stroke the dog? Stroke the dog. Stroke, it means... It's not a joke. I mean, like, sorry, it is like a stroke. It is rude. How can stroke? Stroke. I've heard only pat. You can pat a dog. I mean, like, gosh. It is hilarious. Oh my gosh, sorry. It was very dirty words. Oh my gosh. Alex, but it's words. I mean, like, you can pat dog. You can. I hope everyone understands this. But stroke, it sounds really dirty. Stroke. What does it mean, stroke? Oh, like beat. Another heat. You can see heat. Another meaning of stroke. Yeah, it's quite dirty.
It is not uncommon for us to say, I stroked the dog. In fact, I never knew another phrase for this, and you're probably thinking, Lawrence, what does it mean to stroke the dog? Well, thankfully, it doesn't mean what you think it means, you weird little... It just means to do this to your animal, across its fur, make it feel nice. And this is a word difference that I wish I'd known before moving in with my in-laws, who had 3 dogs at the time.
Portrayed here by actors and not real humans. they're so happy for real humans. And this bright, bright house called picture, video, it's unusual. You will not see, they're definitely not Russians, these people. They're actors, for sure. I completely agree with him. And this dog actor too, the main actor on this video. You can see. Yeah. Yeah. Hello to Praznovsky Lorian. Hello to you. Hello to Heather and hello to Sam. The word stroke is a homonym. Homonym. Homonym? Homonym. Why is I know synonym and wordless grammar. Close. It is close by meaning. Yes.
Time. And I remember the first time that I said to them, do you mind if I stroke the dog? You could see the cogs turning in their heads, and I don't know what they were thinking, but it was probably along the lines of, what is the phone number to the Department of Homeland Security?
That's what I would think too. Because, that's what I would to tell at the beginning, it is very rude. How if somebody would ask me, can you stroke Frankie? I'm like, go to hell. You can pat him and only pat and give him delicious food, but no more than... That's what I would say this. Because it sounds rude, like you can, dirty in my, I think that stroke. Or beat something, you can beat dog, I mean stroke. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Hello, Wildcat. Happy to see you. Hello to you, Wildcat. Hello.
Anyway, to stroke the dog is another way of saying the American English phrase, to pet the dog.
Pet. Poppy. What? Yeah, I think that all these words like poppycock. I didn't know that it will be dirty live stream today, but it is words. It is real words in British English, I suppose. I would, yeah, let's listen his explanation because I have no idea. I have no idea what it means.
At some point in the past, it was decided that the word poppycock is a word entirely exclusive to Britain, but that itself is poppycock because the word is widely believed to have originated in the United States.
Yeah, are you happy? Oh my god, I think that I have no idea what it means, number one. And so my suggestions, they... What?
Туфта.
Tufta. It's like nonsense. Like tufta. They have their own emphasis. Tufta. Not tufta, but tufta. Or chipuha. I like this better. Chipuha.
Чепуха.
It's like nonsense or like, yeah. Does it mean nonsense in English? Yeah? Am I correct? Google Translate helped me well, I don't know. And yes, I see your messages and Alex, stroke it is equal to the maximum distance a piston connecting road travels. Yeah, I never used this word before. Maybe that's why I'm confused. Yeah.
In fact, the word meaning utter rubbish or baloney was brought to these shores by Dutch settlers. It is derived from their word pappycack, meaning literally soft dung. So when someone says, what a load of poppycock, the American use of horse is a viable synonym in more ways than one. With that quick disclaimer out of the way, you barely hear the word in America today. However, in Britain, it persists. And so if I were to use this word around Americans, they'd either giggle at me because, well, it contains the word cock, or because it sounds like a quaint British word. Lauren.
Yes, it is. Sounds like, specifically for me, it is like British word for sure. Especially when he said this, like it's not enough just to pronounce British word. You need to have this British emphasis. I mean, like British something in pronunciation or the way how you say it. Like it can sound like, if I will say this, poppycock, it sounds like poppycock. But if British person will pronounce this word, I feel that it will have more charm. British charm, of course. I mean, not other. Yeah. Yes. And plus I have Russian accent. For sure. Yeah, it is fun. It is fun words, and I can understand why it can be confusing. For me, it is confusing. I never heard this word before. And come on, it's quite dirty anyway.
Parents, go stand in the corner and talk poppycock to me all day. Which, as it happens, is something that I'm highly skilled at.
Gosh.
It's not enough that we have the word titbit. We have to find other...
Great teeth? Are you crazy, British people? What are you doing with your language?
Not enough that we have the word titbit, we have to find other harmless ways of incorporating the word tit into our words and phrases. In this case, the word tit is used in a context that Americans might actually know well. That is tit, as in the type of bird. Indeed, the...
Never heard this. Like, let's look. Tit? Tit for tat. Meaning, oh, tit for tat. Interesting. Never heard about this. The infliction of an injury or insult in return for one that one has. I have no idea. Tit for two tats is similar to tit for tat, but allows the opponent to defect from the agreed upon strategy twice before the player retaliates. I don't know what it means. The tit for tat continued. Tit bird. Bird, not meaning but images. Oh. Bird. Let's look. Oh, it looks cute. He showed this, to be honest, but I wanted to see more pictures of birds. It is adorable. Look at these little legs. Look at these little eyes. And oh my god, it is cute. It is cute. Wow. They can behave. It is adorable. It is quite nice. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, this bird looks nice. Harmless, quite harmless bird. Quite cute. What can I say? Hello, military melon. What? You're from military? It's interesting. Hello to you, melon. Hello to you, melon. Never saw you before. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. Yes. Okay, let's go. Let's continue.
The United States is home to 5 species of titmouse: the tufted, the black-crested, the oak, the juniper, and the bridal titmouse. Whoever named that last one knew what they were doing. What America doesn't have is the great tit, unless we're talking about my wife's cousin Chad. The great tit, which is also not a large hill with an igloo on top, is a type of bird found not just throughout Britain, but much of Europe. So laugh at this bird all you want, but just remember this: it can fly. What can you do?
What can you do? you can support me. That's what you can do. You can leave your comments, likes, and also you can help me in buy me a coffee. Can you imagine? I want to have my car in future somehow. Yes, it would be nice. And you can support me. That's what you can do. Of course, you got it. And yes, I see your message, Lauren Praznovsky. You was sharing with your experience of studying language. And it is nice because, yeah, French, it is quite difficult language, I suppose. I never tried to study even, but yeah. Military melon. No, I just love the military. Thank you. Oh, you love military? I usually don't like military. Usually. It's my opinion about any military because in my mind, when I'm thinking about military, I'm thinking about wars. That's ordinary thing. That's kind of like, but I'm for peace everywhere. Yes. Yeah. Don't take this, please, personally. It's just my position of my life. Yeah, that won't offend anyone. Yeah. Okay, next word. Banger. 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 What?
Banger.
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 Banger. What?
Banger.
Banner. It is a banner. Not banger, but banner. Okay. And you can see translation.
Бандит.
Bad person, in other words. Banner. Never heard this word. Again, you can find a lot of differences between British and American English. Like a lot amount of them. And it is making every culture more beautiful, these differences. Yeah. It is making culture more beautiful.
The word banger. It can mean so many things, and on either side of the pond. In both Britain and America, I've heard the word banger used to describe an old clunky car. But in Britain, it has multiple uses. For instance, a banger can also be a very loud firework. It can also be a sausage, and believe it or not, that is not a euphemism. Which probably explains why the odd, sometimes very odd American will ask me, what are the smutty origins of the UK dish bangers and mash?
Oh, it looks disgusting. But
What are the smut...
yeah, 2 bowls of potatoes, peas, and sausage. What do you need? More.
origins of the UK dish bangers and mash. Well, hold your horses, because this has nothing to do with Rumpy Pumpy. In fact, the word banger in this context is thought to date back to World War I. The story goes that due to supply shortages, sausages had to be prepared with different filler to what is normal. And this, which mostly consisted of water, is said to have caused the sausages to explode. This still feels like a euphemism.
Okay, rubber. I think that rubber I can understand. Because it is rubber, something that everyone can easily understand. And yes, it's all good. Military melt, and you said it's all good? What do you mean? It's all good. Oh yeah. Everything is good if, if people good. I mean, I do not like just military, that's all. Okay. The most important that if you like this, if it's what's making you happy and your life, it is the most important. Yeah. Okay. Last words will be today. It is called Robber or rubber? He said rubber. Rubber, but here I can see robber. Robber and rubber. Like different words in... you can see here on screen. Okay, I want to look for translation robber. I think that I know. Oi. Robber. Yes, it is bad person who is stealing something.
Грабитель.
Why she is talking like this? It is ridiculous. Rubber. Yeah, it is rubber.
Rubber.
Rubber and robber.
Robber.
Robber. Anyway, I don't think that robber exists. Such a word exists, but rubber.
Rubber.
Rubber. Rubber. Rubber. So strange. Pronunciation. Like you need to put your tone in such position, and you're like, what?
Rubber.
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 Rubber. It's like dog is barking. Rubber. I'm sure that usually a small dog will like rubber, or maybe big dog, like will. Yes, it is eraser. I knew rubber for all my life, these words, because I was studying British English at school when I was in Russia. They started teaching the more British English always. I don't know why. At least in Primorsky region, it is always like this. Was always. Soon they will start teach their only Chinese. I don't know. Anyway, let's go.
And finally, rubber. Now, firstly, I should clarify
Rubber.
that nobody has a problem talking about rubber, the material.
Robber? Because he's British. That's why it is robber, not rubber. Robber?
Rubber.
Rubber. I want to listen him again.
That nobody has a problem talking about rubber, the material.
Robber. Yeah, makes sense.
Both countries do that in equal measure. It's when we're talking about what Americans refer to as an eraser that things get
Eraser,
dicey.
yes.
Because while a rubber is what we call this in Britain, that very same phrasing can be used in the United States to mean protective clothing for your third leg. Can we say condom? Now, thankfully, this is not a faux pas that I run into very often, because I haven't used a rubber since 1998. Yes, the stationery. So suffice to say that my heart goes out to all of the British teachers working in America.
I never heard that rubber can be... Let's look for other meanings. Yeah, condom, you can see. It also can be condom, rubber. Wow. I've heard only condom. Today quite really crazy live stream, and it's not me again. It is not me who created this list of vocabulary. It is lost in the pond. This guy, he did this. Don't blame me. I don't know. Hello to Lisa Marshall. Happy to see you. Good evening to everyone. Hello to you, Lisa. Happy to see you. And yes, eraser. Oh, hello to Brenda Snow. Nice to see you too. Nice to see you. Yes, it is crazy list of vocabulary we have here today. The hard truth. I have no association here except hard truth. What it can be? Just a difficult truth? I mean, like something that people difficult to process, to understand, or something what people do not want to accept, or the hard truth. That's nothing. I don't see here anything rude. Yes, the hard truth. Truth. Meaning. Oi. Pamparam. A truth that is difficult to accept. That's what I was thinking about. It's just something that it is difficult for you to accept, and as a result, it is hard for you. Quite easy.
Being British in America is a weird experience. You encounter a lot of cultural differences, and as I've pointed out on this channel many times, this often includes word differences. And sometimes these word differences can leave you embarrassed, such as the words on this list, but also filthy place names like Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, okay.
Or Spittle in the Street, Lincolnshire. Therefore, when visiting the other country, it's important to be mindful about the words you use. Or don't, and see what happens. Coming soon is part 2 in this series.
The hard truth, it was, I was thinking it is just, I understood. I was thinking it is another word, yes.
In which I look at American words that the British might find a little bit rude. To whet your appetite for that, why not check out this video looking at American English words that are catching on in Britain.
Yeah, I think that in future I need to watch more words like vocabulary with him and try to understand more with him for sure, because I know that it can be fun. Yes, it can be just fun to watch for different words, try to understand them, and it is quite enjoyable. Why not? Why not? Come on. And obviously, I want to tell you that it is always important to try to understand other cultures. It is always important, and it is giving your opportunity to understand maybe some jokes when you're watching, example, British shows or maybe American shows, to understand some history behind maybe, or maybe traditions, or where it came from, who maybe what kind of national groups created these words. I don't know how it's appeared and how it became popular, or how people forget about this word at all. Yeah, I think that's quite interesting to learn something new about cultures. And especially we can see that American and British cultures, they in a lot of ways close, but at the same time so far away from each other. I mean, these differences, they are significant, they're quite important for Americans and for British people. I mean, it is, but it's interesting to find out something new. I'm sure that all these words I will not use at the end of the day I am in America. Yes, not in Britain. But I hope that I will remember them. For me, it would be nice to know maybe what kind of words did you find difficult? Maybe I found difficult for me in this list, words. Keep your pecker up. Keep your pecker up. Keep your pecker up. It was a translation in Russian language. It was quite rude. It was really, really not nice. I think that yes, keep your pecker up. Keep your pecker up. It was too much, and poppycock, I think it is too teeth. Gosh, banger, it is okay, but others they were quite dirty words at the end of the day. Anyway, what do you think? It would be nice to you. Did Anton have a title session today? Anton has lessons with tutor, and yes, at this moment, he has 2 or 3 lessons per week, if I'm correct. I don't know, don't remember. We will do with him lessons, I and Anton, maybe once or twice per week. not maybe like once per week, twice per week. I and Anton, I will help him with grammar sometimes. Maybe try to understand a little bit better English grammar, or just I will review with him homework and help him to memorize this better, because I believe that studying language, it is more about repetition. Yes, it is more about repetition. Anyway, I think that it is cool. It is cool. And thank you, Lisa Marshall, for showing these links, because yes, I want to, how would say, collect money for my first ever car. You can find the link, and also you can find the link from PayPal. Directly you can send me on PayPal. It would be nice. It would be very nice. It would be very cool. And for those who study in Russian, I hope that my right now hobby, which I started to have, it's like lesson for Russian language, will be useful for for you. And if you want to support me on Patreon, I started there to upload audio. I'm reading like by myself these stories. I'm creating these stories by myself too, and for beginners who are starting to learn Russian language, I think it would be through time interesting to know. Maybe it will become something bigger. I hope. Anyway, hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you all of you for your support. You can ask questions if you want in comments, but as for now, thank you for being today with you. It was quite short live stream, I think, but I think it was quite interesting, and the most important, cultural. That's the most important thing. Anyway, I'm wishing you to be yourself. I'm wishing you to have nice day, or maybe night. I don't know. It depends from where you are. To have amazing evening. And yes, I'm hugging you, wishing to be yourself, all of the best, and as always, see you next time.